The alert comes at 3:13 a.m., a jarring mechanical blare from my phone, vibrating against the nightstand. The kind of noise that triggers something deep and primal, fear before thought. I sit up too fast, tangled in sheets, heart hammering. The screen glows in the dark. Emergency alert. The text is stark, official. Do not respond to outside voices. Do not open your doors. Do not attempt to leave shelter. That's it. No context. No explanation. Just those 3 warnings, repeating in a thick block of text. At the bottom, a single word, indefinite. The room feels colder. I glance toward the window, blinds half closed. The city beyond is dead quiet. No sirens. No cars. Not even the usual hum of streetlights. Just silence. I check my phone again. No service. No Wi-Fi. The time hasn't changed. 3:13 a.m., frozen like the world outside. I try calling 911 anyway. Nothing. Another alert pings. Same message. No updates. No reassurances. My fingers hover over the screen. I want to text someone, but who? And what would I even say? I force myself to breathe. Maybe it's a mistake. A glitch. But I can't shake the way it feels, how specific it is. Do not respond to outside voices. Outside. A noise. A slow, deliberate tapping against the window. I freeze. The room is still dark except for the phone's glow. The tapping comes again, 3 knocks, rhythmic. Not wind. Not random. Someone is there. I don't move. Don't breathe. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. The knocking stops. The silence stretches, thick enough to choke on. I swallow hard and inch toward the window, pressing my back against the wall beside it. The blinds are thin, slatted. If I tilt my head just right, I can see outside without being seen. The street below is empty. Streetlights cast long, sharp-edged shadows. No movement. No sign of life. I wait. 10 seconds. 20. The alert still sits on my phone screen, a silent warning. I should listen to it. I should sit back down, ignore the window, pretend nothing happened. Instead, I raise my hand. Slowly. Carefully. I tilt one blind down. The window is empty. No one is there. No sign of a bird or a tree branch that could have knocked against the glass. Just my own reflection, distorted in the dark. I exhale, shaking my head. I'm on edge, that's all. The alert put me in the wrong headspace. I turn away. The tapping starts again. Harder this time. More insistent. I stop mid-step, heart in my throat. I know, the window was empty. My stomach knots. I fight the urge to look again. The alert. I need to follow the alert. I back away from the window, forcing myself to focus on other things. I check the locks, deadbolt, chain, both in place. I turn off every light except a single lamp by the couch. The apartment is small, but suddenly it feels vast, full of unseen corners. I sit on the edge of the couch and stare at my phone. The signal is still dead. The time still hasn't changed. 3:13 a.m. I don't know how long I sit there before the power flickers. The lamp sputters, casting long, jumping shadows against the walls. The refrigerator hums again. Then total darkness. A soft click, not from inside the apartment, from the hallway. My head snaps toward the front door. I hold my breath, listening. A second click, like a door opening. Not mine. Maybe the unit next door, Steve's place. I wait for the sound of footsteps, voices, something. Nothing. Just the hum of the fridge stuttering back to life, the lamp flickering weakly. I swallow against the dryness in my throat. If I call out, will someone answer? And if they do, should I answer back? Another alert pings. Do not respond to outside voices. I grip the phone tight, knuckles white. The air in my apartment feels different now. Thicker. Heavier. I press my ear to the door. Silence. Then, a voice. Muffled. Familiar. Right outside my door. Hey man, you awake? Steve. My neighbor. His voice is tight, urgent. I almost answer automatically. Almost say, yeah, what's going on? But I don't. Because there's something off. The cadence is wrong. Stilted. Like someone trying to imitate speech, but not quite getting it right. Hey, he says again. Same tone, same rhythm. Identical. I press my back to the door, hands clenched into fists. Do not respond. Another voice joins. A woman this time. Let us in. Not a request. A statement. The hair on my arms rises. I don't recognize the voice, but something tells me I should. Something tells me I don't want to. Then, soft knocking. Not loud. Not urgent. just insistent. I grip my phone, but there's no one to call. No way to check if Steve ever actually left his apartment. The knocking stops. A pause. Then, through the wood of my door, Steve's voice again. Lower. Closer. Why aren't you answering? I close my eyes. Bite down on my lip. Do not respond. A long silence. Then, in a whisper so quiet I almost don't hear it. We know you're in there. The lamp flickers again. I don't move. I don't breathe. Somewhere outside, in the city's dead quiet, I swear I hear tapping. Not just at my window. Everywhere. Knuckles against glass. 1, 2, 3. Like a signal. Like a warning. Like an invitation. I stay still. I stay quiet. I wait for the next alert. The silence stretches. I don't know how long I stay pressed against the door listening. Seconds? Minutes? Time isn't real anymore. My phone screen still says 3:13 a.m., frozen like the city outside. No more knocking. No more voices. But I know they're still there. I don't trust the quiet. A floorboard creaks in the hallway. Right outside my door. I press my hand flat against the wood. If I focus, I can almost feel something on the other side. Breathing. Waiting. I squeeze my eyes shut. The alert repeats in my head. Do not respond to outside voices. My pulse pounds against my skull. I have to stay put. Stay quiet. Let it pass. But then my phone vibrates. The sound is deafening in the stillness, a sharp buzz against my palm. I flinch, almost dropping it. My breath catches. An incoming call. No caller ID. I stare at the screen, every nerve screaming at me to ignore it. But I can't. My thumb hovers over the decline button. The buzzing continues. Then it stops. Silence again. I exhale shakily. Try to convince myself that it was just a glitch. But before I can even put the phone down. Another call. Same number. No ID. I swallow hard. Do not respond. I let it ring. I don't move, don't breathe. Just watch the screen until it goes dark. Then, a notification. Voicemail. I stare at it, stomach twisting. I shouldn't listen to it. But something deep inside me, something stubborn, something desperate for answers, forces my hand. I put the phone on speaker. Press play. The first 2 seconds are nothing but static. Then a voice. Faint. Distant. Hello. My blood runs cold. It's my mother's voice. It's so dark out here, she says. I don't know where I am. I can't breathe. This isn't possible. She lives 3 states away. She can't be outside. She can't be calling me right now. Please pick up, she whispers. I don't know what to do. I almost do it. I almost break. My thumb hovers over the call button. I want to hear her voice again. I want to tell her I'm here. I want to believe this is real. But then, the voice changes. A subtle shift, like a recording skipping, like something imitating the words without fully understanding them. The intonation is wrong now. The pause is too measured, too deliberate. Please pick up. Same words, different tone. Then again, please pick up. Each repetition sounds less human. My stomach clenches. My hands start shaking. I delete the voicemail. Then, I turn my phone off completely. I can't trust it anymore. For the next few hours, I don't move. I stay curled up on the couch, knees to my chest, staring at the dark screen of my phone. I try to ignore the faint noises outside, the occasional knock against the window, the distant sound of footsteps that don't belong to anyone, the voices that sometimes slip through the walls. Not often, not loud, but enough. Enough to remind me that whatever's out there isn't leaving. A new sound wakes me. I don't even remember falling asleep. But the noise, low, scraping, unnatural, yanks me out of whatever shallow unconsciousness I'd slipped into. I blink groggily. The apartment is still dark. The clock on the microwave is dead. Power's still unstable. I sit up, rubbing at my face, trying to shake off the lingering exhaustion. Then I hear it again. Something dragging against my front door. A slow, deliberate scrape of nails against wood. My body goes rigid. I force myself to stay still. Stay quiet. The sound stops. Then, a voice. I think he's awake. Not directed at me, like it's talking to someone else. A cold sweat breaks out along my spine. Then another voice. From further down the hall. He's listening. A sharp knock. Just once. I cover my mouth, fighting the urge to scream. I can't do this. I can't just sit here and wait for. The landline rings. My whole body jerks. I forgot I even had a landline. I barely use it. But now, in the dead silence of my apartment, the shrill ringing feels like a gunshot. I don't move. The answering machine clicks on. A long, empty pause. Then, "Hey, it's me." My heart stops. Steve, my neighbor. The one who knocked on my door hours ago. The one who never answered when I didn't respond. The one who still might be standing outside. "Listen, man, I need help," he says, voice shaking. "Something's wrong. I went outside and now I..." A burst of static. Then a low, wet, choking sound. Then silence. A click. The call ends. I can't breathe. I can't move. My own voice in my head, over and over, "Do not respond." I don't sleep after that. I just sit in the dark, listening to the city outside. Listening to the absence of sirens. The absence of cars. The absence of anything human. Once or twice, I think I hear movement in the apartment above me. But I don't know if that means someone is still there, or if something else got in. At some point, I check my phone again. Turn it back on just to see if anything's changed. It's still 3:13 a.m. Another alert comes through. Stay away from windows. My stomach twists. Slowly, I turn my head toward the blinds. They're still closed. But in the thin slats, where the dim light of the outside world should be bleeding through, there's only darkness. Solid. Unmoving. Something is blocking the window. Something is standing right outside. I don't move. I don't breathe. And then, a voice. Not from the hallway. Not from the phone. From the window. Right up against the glass. "Let me in." I don't move. I don't breathe. The voice at the window is too soft, too steady. It doesn't sound like a person. It sounds like the idea of a person. Something trying to fit words into a mouth that isn't made for them. "Let me in," it says again. Flat. Empty. No urgency. Just a request. I stare at the blinds. The window behind them is barely a few feet away. A thin barrier of glass and plastic slats separating me from whatever is out there. I can't see it. I don't want to see it. I tighten my grip on my phone. The alert still lingers on the screen. Stay away from windows. I should have listened. I shift my weight slowly, carefully, trying to sink further into the couch without making a sound. My breathing is shallow. My limbs feel heavy. My body doesn't know whether to run or freeze. I choose to freeze. The voice doesn't speak again, but it doesn't leave either. I can feel it there, standing, waiting, not pressing, not insisting, just waiting. At some point, exhaustion wins. My eyes flutter closed just for a second. I don't know how long I drift. When I wake up, the silence is heavier, a different kind of stillness. I sit up slowly. The window is still blocked. No light filtering through the blinds. Just darkness. I check my phone. The time still hasn't changed. 3:13 a.m. My stomach twists. I swallow against the dryness in my throat. The air in my apartment feels thick. Stagnant. The kind of quiet you get in deep, empty spaces. I need to know. I have to know. It's a terrible idea. Every part of me screams against it. But I need to see what's out there. I move carefully. Every motion deliberate. I inch closer to the window, stopping just short of the blinds. The air here feels colder. I reach out, slow and steady. Hook my fingers under one of the slats. Take a breath. And lift. Nothing. At first, I don't understand what I'm looking at. My brain rejects it. The street below is gone. The city is gone. The world outside my window is black. Not the black of night. Not the black of a power outage. Worse. A solid, depthless void. It stretches in all directions, thick and unmoving. Like the world was swallowed whole. Like nothing exists anymore. I jerk back, slamming the blind shut. My breath comes hard and fast. My pulse pounds against my skull. No. No, no, no. I was just looking outside a few hours ago. The street was there. The buildings. The world. Where did it go? I squeeze my eyes shut. Try to focus. Maybe it's a blackout. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. I force myself to move to the front door, pressing my ear against it. Silence. The voices from before are gone. The dragging sounds. The knocks. Nothing remains. I unlock the deadbolt. Hesitate. Then slowly, carefully, I crack the door open an inch. The hallway is still there. Dim, shadowed, but still real. I exhale, pressing my forehead against the wood. Okay. Maybe it's just the windows. Maybe it's just... Something shifts. A sound from the apartment across the hall. I freeze. A door creaks open. Footsteps. Slow, uneven. Then a voice. "Hello." I don't recognize it. It's not Steve. It's not anyone I know. But something about it makes my skin crawl. The tone is too neutral, too precise. The footsteps stop. I don't move. Don't breathe. Then, I think he opened his door. Not directed at me, like it's talking to someone else. My stomach knots. I slam the door shut, twisting the lock into place. My hands shake against the handle. Silence. A long pause. Then something moves outside. Not footsteps. Something dragging. Slow. Wet. I clamp a hand over my mouth, backing away from the door. I don't want to hear what comes next. I sit in the middle of the room, away from the window, away from the door. I try the radio again. Still static. I try the TV. Nothing. I check my phone. A new alert. Do not attempt to leave shelter. I squeeze my eyes shut. My breathing is shallow. It knows I opened the door. I don't move. Don't react. I just sit there, waiting for the next sound. The next knock. But nothing comes. No more dragging. No more voices. Just the heavy silence of a city that isn't there anymore. I don't know how long I stay like that. Minutes. Hours. Eventually, I risk turning my phone back on. The time is still the same. 3:13 a.m. The battery hasn't drained at all. I try texting my mom. It doesn't go through. Try calling Steve's number. No response. I listen. Still no sounds from the hall. Still no knocks. Maybe they're gone. Maybe. The landline rings again. My heart stops. I stare at it, dread sinking deep into my stomach. The machine clicks on. Silence. Then, "Hey, it's me." Steve's voice. A perfect echo of the message from before. Word for word. "Listen, man, I need help," he says, voice shaking. "Something's wrong. I went outside and now The static burst. The choking sound. The abrupt click. An exact copy. I can't move. Can't blink. Then the phone rings again. I jerk back, pulse hammering. The answering machine picks up. This time, the voice isn't Steve's. This time, it's mine. "Hey, it's me." The blood drains from my face. "Listen, man, I need help." Identical. A perfect repetition, but it's my voice. I slam the phone off the hook. Back away, shaking while rising in my throat. The apartment is too quiet. The air too thick. Then, a knock at the door. Not urgent. Not desperate. Steady. Measured. I press my hands over my ears. The knock repeats. Then, my own voice. "Let me in." My voice. Outside my door. I bite down on the inside of my cheek, so hard I taste blood. My hands press harder against my ears, but it doesn't matter. I still hear it. The knock. The voice. "Let me in." It's perfect. My tone, my cadence, my hesitation. But I never said those words. It's copying me. It's practicing. The thought makes my stomach turn. I squeeze my eyes shut, forcing myself to breathe slow, controlled. The knocking stops. Silence swallows the space around me. Then, a scrape. Something drags against the doorframe. A slow, deliberate pull of nails over wood. I press my back against the far wall. My body refuses to move, frozen between terror and disbelief. The scrape moves lower, down to the gap between the door and the floor. Then a shadow. Thin, stretching from underneath the frame, reaching in. Not a hand. Not fingers. Something else. I bite down harder. The shadow lingers, then retracts. I count my breaths. 5 in, 5 out. I need to keep control. If I panic, I'll make noise. If I make noise, it'll know I'm listening. Eventually, the silence returns. I don't trust it. I wait. Minutes pass. Maybe an hour. Then finally I move. I keep the lights off. Something about them feels wrong now. I don't want to draw attention. The glow from my phone is the only thing illuminating the room, casting faint, shifting shadows against the walls. My phone screen is cracked. I don't remember dropping it. The time is still frozen. 3:13 a.m. I open my texts again. Try sending another message. Nothing. I scroll through my recent calls. The log looks normal. No strange numbers, no missed calls except the ones from before. I hesitate, then play the voicemail again. "Hey, it's me." My own voice. "Listen, man, I need help." I delete it before it can finish. I move to my contacts. Find my mom's number. My finger hovers over the call button. Then slowly, I type out a message instead. "Mom, if you get this, please call me. Something is wrong." I hit send. The little delivered checkmark doesn't appear. I need to do something. Sitting here, waiting, isn't an option. I feel like a rat in a trap, caught between walls that are getting smaller by the second. I glance toward the kitchen. The landline sits on the counter, the cord twisted. Useless now. I think about calling 911. Would they even answer? Would it even be them on the other end? The thought makes my skin crawl. I try the TV again instead. The screen flickers. Static. Then, a signal. My breath catches. A news broadcast. A still image, grainy, flickering like an old emergency report. The title bar is partially corrupted, letters scrambled. The only words I can read are, "Citywide lockdown in effect." A low voice crackles through the static. "Remain in your homes. Do not engage, mimicry detected." The image distorts. The audio glitches, skipping in and out. I lean closer. Then, the screen shifts. The broadcast flickers. And then, a live feed. A street camera. I know this place. It's downtown. A main intersection. But, it's empty. No cars. No people. Just the cold, artificial glow of streetlights. I squint, searching for movement. Then I see it. A person. Standing in the middle of the street, facing away from the camera. Unmoving. They wear dark clothes. Their posture is stiff. Wrong. Another glitch. The image jumps. Now there are two figures. Standing the exact same way. Facing the same direction. Another glitch. 4. Then 6. Then, they turn. All at once. Their faces are wrong. Blank. Slightly stretched, like something trying to be human but missing the details. The camera distorts again. The figures take a step forward. The broadcast cuts out. Just static. I lurch away from the screen. My pulse is a dull roar in my ears. They're spreading. I need to think. Need to act. I glance at the front door. No, I can't go outside. I don't know what's out there, but I can't stay here either. Something shifts. A sound subtle but wrong. I turn. The bathroom mirror. The door is cracked open. Just enough for me to see inside. And my reflection. It's watching me. I stop breathing. It stands still, mirroring my posture. Then, its head tilts. I don't move. I don't blink. It shouldn't be able to do that. I didn't tilt my head, but my reflection did. I swallow hard, blood turning to ice in my veins. Then, it smiles. A slow, deliberate curl of lips. I don't. My stomach twists into knots. My vision swims at the edges. I take a step back. My reflection doesn't. It just stares. The smile lingers, stretching at the corners, too wide, too wrong. Then, the light in the bathroom flickers. And the mirror goes dark. A hollow, empty void where my reflection used to be. I can't move. Can't breathe. A whisper slithers through the room. Soft. Familiar. Let me in. I run. Blind panic takes over. My body moves before my mind catches up. I grab my phone, rush toward the door. Then, a knock. I skid to a stop. I know that knock. Steady. Measured. Like before. I can't do this. I can't open it. Then a voice. One I recognize. It's me. Steve. Please, man. I need help. I choke on air. My heart slams against my ribs. I don't know if it's really him. I don't know if it ever was. I inch closer, pressing my palm flat against the door. The silence stretches. Then, I know you're in there. Something scrapes against the wood. Why won't you let me in? I press my forehead against the door, shaking. My voice is barely a whisper. You're not Steve. Silence. Then, a slow, distorted laugh. Too deep. Too sharp. The voice shifts. Mimics me. Perfectly. You're not Steve. Then a whisper. But I could be. I don't move. I don't breathe. The air in my apartment is thick, pressing down on me. My fingers dig into the wood of the door, my forehead resting against it. The thing outside is silent now, but I know it's still there. Listening. Waiting. I squeeze my eyes shut. My pulse pounds against my skull. The last words it spoke, my words, still hang in the air. But I could be. I feel sick. I force myself to take a step back. My legs are stiff, shaking. Another step. Then another. I keep my eyes locked on the door, half expecting it to burst open. But nothing happens. Just silence. Then, tap, tap, tap. Soft. Deliberate. Not a knock. Something tapping on the peephole. A tremor runs through me. I don't want to look. But I have to. I move slowly. Every breath feels like it might give me away. I stop in front of the peephole. My hands shake as I reach up. I hesitate. Then, I look. An eye, pressed up against the peephole. Too close. Too wide. The pupil is too large, swallowing the color around it. It doesn't blink. Doesn't move. Just stares. My throat locks up. I stumble back, nearly tripping over my own feet. My vision swims, the edges darkening. A whisper slithers through the door. I see you. I don't remember moving. I don't remember grabbing the chair from my kitchen. But suddenly, I'm shoving it under the doorknob, bracing it with all my strength. The voice doesn't speak again. No more knocks. No more taps. Just silence. I don't trust it. I don't trust any of this. I grab my phone, my fingers slipping against the screen. My hands are clammy cold. My heartbeat is still too fast, too loud. I check my messages. Still nothing. I try calling my mom again. The call connects. My breath catches. A ringing tone. A second. A third. Then, a click. Hello. Her voice. Relief slams into me so hard my knees almost give out. I grip the phone tighter. Mom. Oh my God, Mom, She interrupts me. Hey, it's me. Every muscle in my body locks. No. No, no, no. The same words. The same tone. Word for word. Listen, I need help. I choke on air. My stomach twists violently. It's her voice. But it's not her. I slam the call off. The screen glitches. The time still hasn't changed. 3:13 a.m. I drop the phone. My hands won't stop shaking. My breath is too loud. Everything is too loud. I grab the landline next. I know it won't work. But I try anyway. The static hisses in my ear. Then, a voice. Faint, buried under the static. Not real. I freeze. They listen, they learn. The static warps. The voice is breaking, fragmented. Don't let them hear you. The line cuts out. Silence. I grip the receiver so hard my knuckles turn white. That was different. Not like the others. I replay the words in my head. Don't let them hear you. I stare at the phone, heart hammering. Was that someone real? Was that a warning? I don't know what to believe anymore. I feel like I'm unraveling, like the walls of my apartment are closing in, pressing against me. I need to get out, but I don't know what's waiting for me outside. I move to the window. I don't want to look, but I have to. I lift the blinds. The city is still gone. That endless, empty void remains. A depthless black stretching beyond reason. But something is there now, far in the distance. A figure, a dark silhouette, barely visible against the void. It doesn't move, doesn't shift, just stands, watching. My body locks up. My skin prickles with cold dread. It's too far away to make out details. But something tells me it knows I see it. My pulse hammers against my ribs. Then, it takes a step forward. My breath catches. Another step. Then another. Too smooth. Too fluid. I rip the blinds shut. My chest rises and falls too fast. I back away from the window. I don't check again. I need to think. I move to the bathroom. The mirror is still dark, reflecting nothing. I don't trust it. I grab a towel, throwing it over the glass. I don't want to see my reflection again. I sit on the floor, pressing my back against the cabinet. My whole body is tense, wired with exhaustion and fear. I try to slow my breathing. Try to listen. For anything. But there's nothing. Just silence. That's what terrifies me the most. The waiting. The not knowing. The thought that something is still out there. Watching. Listening. Mimicking. The emergency alert repeats in my mind. Stay away from windows. Do not attempt to leave shelter. I should listen. But I don't know how much longer I can stay here. Because I'm starting to feel like I'm not alone. I don't sleep. I don't try. I sit on the bathroom floor, back pressed against the cabinet, listening. Waiting. The apartment is still. The only sound is my breathing, slow and uneven. I check my phone again. 3:13 a.m. Still. I should be hungry, thirsty, exhausted. But I just feel hollow. Like something is missing. Like something has already taken it. At some point, I force myself to stand. My knees are stiff, my body heavy. I move slowly, pressing my hand against the bathroom counter to steady myself. The towel is still draped over the mirror. I don't touch it. I keep my eyes down. I don't trust my reflection anymore. Not after what I saw. Not after the way it smiled. I turn away. Step into the hallway. Something feels wrong. Different. The silence is heavier now, thicker. Like the air itself is listening. Waiting for me to speak. I won't. I move toward the living room. The chair is still braced under the door handle, wedged tight. I glance at the peephole. I don't check it. I don't want to know what's outside. Instead, I move to the window. I hesitate, fingers twitching against the edge of the blinds. I shouldn't look, but I have to. I lift the blinds just enough to see through. The city is still gone. Just that endless void stretching beyond reason, pressing against the glass like a living thing. And in the distance, the figure. It's closer. My breath catches in my throat. It stands at the far end of the street now, just beyond the reach of the streetlights. I can almost make out its shape. Long limbs. Too still. Too rigid. A head that tilts ever so slightly, like it's listening. My stomach knots. I let the blinds fall shut. Turn away. I need to get out of here. But I don't know how. I don't know if there's anywhere to go. I check my phone again. No new messages. No new calls. I try sending another text. Is anyone else still here? No response. Not even a failed delivery message this time. I try calling Steve. Straight to voicemail. I don't leave a message. I just stare at the screen. 3:13 a.m. It won't change. Time is stuck. Frozen. Like the world outside isn't real anymore. Like I'm trapped in something that isn't time, isn't space. Just an echo of something that used to exist. Something rewriting itself. I grip the phone tighter. My breath is uneven, too shallow. Then, a vibration. A notification. I almost drop the phone. My hands are slick, shaking. I force myself to look. One new message. From Steve. I don't want to open it, but I do. The message is short. Don't listen. A chill runs through me. The screen flickers. Then another message. It's learning. I exhale slowly. My fingers hover over the keyboard. I type back. Steve, are you safe? Where are you? No response. I wait. Minutes pass. Then, another vibration. I glance down. The message is different now. Not from Steve. From an unknown number. The text is just one word. Outside, a sharp knock echoes through the apartment. I freeze. The knock comes again. Louder. I don't move. My pulse hammers against my ribs. The silence stretches. Then, a voice. Low. Familiar. Hey, it's me. Steve's voice. My stomach twists. My mouth is dry. I don't answer. I don't breathe. The voice shifts, mimicking my own. Open the door. I step back. My hands are slick cold. Please. I need help. The words are too perfect. The same ones from the voicemail. From the phone call. From the thing outside. A slow scrape runs down the doorframe. Something presses against the wood. I can hear it breathing now. Close. Too close. Then, a whisper. Let me be you. I shove my hands over my ears. My heartbeat is a roar in my skull. The voice laughs. Not like Steve. Not like me. Something else. Then, silence. I don't move. I don't trust it. I wait. Minutes pass. Then, a soft, rhythmic sound. Not from the door. From the bathroom. A slow, steady drip. Water. From the sink. The faucet was off. I know it was off. I turn, each movement slow, deliberate. The hallway feels longer now. Darker. I inch toward the bathroom, every muscle tense. The door is open just a crack. The towel is still over the mirror. But the water is running. Not just a drip now. A steady, quiet flow. I step inside. My fingers tremble as I reach for the faucet. I turn it off. The sound stops. But the air is still wrong. The silence feels alive. I grip the edge of the counter. My reflection should be behind the towel. But I feel it watching me. I reach for the towel. I don't want to. But I have to. I pull it down. The mirror is still dark. A bottomless, empty void. I should see myself. But there's nothing. No reflection. Just emptiness. I step back, my breath shallow. My pulse pounds in my ears. Then, something moves inside the mirror. A shape. A silhouette. It steps forward. Reaching. Mimicking. My own face stares back at me. But it isn't me. The mouth moves. And in my own voice, it whispers. Let me in. I don't scream. I want to. Every nerve in my body is locking up, telling me to run, but I can't. I stare at the mirror, my own reflection staring back. It shouldn't be possible. A second ago, there was nothing. Now, there I am, or something pretending to be me. My face, my eyes, my mouth. But there's something off. Too smooth, too still. The mouth moves. Let me in. Not a demand. A request. Like I have a choice. I shake my head. My throat is too tight to speak. The thing in the mirror tilts its head. A perfect imitation of my own nervous tick. It smiles. Too wide. I step back. My heel catches on the tile, and my shoulder slams into the doorframe. The thing in the mirror doesn't move. Not right away. It just watches. Then, it blinks. And when its eyes open again, they aren't mine. The pupils stretch too far, swallowing the whites, turning them into endless black pits. The smile stretches with them. I lunge for the towel. I throw it back over the glass. For a second, I think I hear it laugh. I turn and run. I don't stop until I'm in the living room, hands braced on my knees, breath coming fast and shallow. Everything feels too close. The walls, the air, the silence. I check my phone again. 3:13 a.m. Still, a notification pops up. One missed call. My blood turns to ice. It's from my mom, my real mom. I don't hesitate. I hit redial. The line connects. I grip the phone so tightly my fingers go numb. Ring, ring. Then, a click. For a moment, there's just breathing. Shallow, uneven. Then a whisper. Don't listen to it. My stomach clenches. Mom. My voice is barely audible. Not me. Static crackles over the line. Knows you're listening. The call cuts. A single message replaces it on my screen. I'm home. Open the door. A sharp knock echoes through the apartment. I freeze. The knock comes again. Harder. I glance at the door. The chair is still under the handle, wedged tight. But that doesn't mean anything. I grip the phone in both hands, willing it to be wrong, willing all of this to be wrong. Another knock. Then a voice. Soft. Familiar. Sweetheart, it's me. Mom. Or something wearing her voice. I know you're scared. Just open the door. I squeeze my eyes shut. My breath is too loud in the silence. I don't answer. The voice shifts. Lowers. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. Something presses against the wood. The handle rattles. Just let me in. I stumble back, almost tripping over my own feet. The door creaks, the chair groaning against it. Then, a long, slow scrape. Fingernails, dragging down the wood. Something inhuman wearing my mother's voice. I clamp a hand over my mouth. I won't speak. I won't let it learn. The scraping stops. Silence. Then, a whisper. Not ready yet. I don't move. Footsteps. Soft. Fading. Then nothing. I wait. Seconds stretch into minutes. I don't trust it. But I have to check. I inch forward. I press my eye against the peephole. The hallway is empty. No sign of anything. I let out a shaky breath. Then, a new text. Look again. My pulse stops. I yank back from the door, stomach twisting. My hands shake as I lower the phone. I don't check again. I move away from the door, body trembling. I can't stay here. I don't know what's outside. I don't know what's real. But if I wait any longer, I won't be real either. I grab my keys. I don't think. I just move. To the window. To the only way out. I don't look before I pull the blinds back. I should have. I should have. Because now, the figure is right there. Not in the distance. Not across the street. Outside my window. Pressed against the glass. Its face is almost mine. Almost. But the eyes are wrong. The mouth is wrong. It doesn't move. Doesn't blink. Just waits. And then, it speaks. In my voice. I could be you. I slam the blinds down. My breathing is ragged. My heart a drum against my ribs. I don't think. I don't stop. I just run to the door. I throw the chair aside. I unlock it. I leave. The hallway is empty. Dim, stretched too long. The silence follows me. I move fast, my footsteps too loud. I pass the other apartment doors. Some are open. Dark gaps leading to nowhere. I don't stop. I reach the stairwell. I take the stairs two at a time. The emergency exit is ahead. I shove against the bar. It doesn't budge. I push harder. Still locked. Behind me, footsteps. Soft. Too close. I don't turn around. I know what I'll see. I keep pushing. Something moves at the edge of my vision. A shape in the dark. Too tall. Too still. Then, a whisper. Don't leave yet. The emergency alarm blares. Then the lights flicker and go out. The lights die. Total blackness swallows the stairwell. A thick, pressing dark. The kind that isn't just absence, it's something more. Something watching. Something waiting. I don't move. I don't breathe. Somewhere behind me, in the dark, something shifts. A whisper. Stay. My pulse slams against my ribs. I turn. The lights flicker back on. The stairwell is empty. But the air feels wrong. Like something was just here. Like something still is. I turn back to the emergency door. My hands are slick, shaking. I grab the handle. I push. It won't move. I shove. Nothing. The lock doesn't even rattle. Like it's not a door at all. Like it's just a wall. I step back. I need another way out. I move fast, feet pounding down the stairs. The stairwell feels longer than before. Like I'm going down more floors than exist. Like the building is stretching, pulling itself apart. I don't stop. I reach the ground floor. The lobby doors are ahead. Glass. I can see outside. Dark streets. Empty sidewalks. No people. No movement. Just the distant shape of something that shouldn't be there. Still. Waiting. I push against the doors. They don't open. I slam my palm against the glass. Nothing. My breath fogs the surface. A sound rises behind me. Footsteps. Not mine. Slow. Steady. Coming closer. I spin. The lobby is empty. But the sound is still there. Growing louder. Like something is walking toward me. But there's nothing there. I don't wait. I turn, pressing both hands against the door, pushing, shoving, willing it to move. A whisper brushes against my ear. You can't leave. I run. Back into the building. I don't know where I'm going. I just need to go. The hallways stretch ahead, too long, too empty. Doors line the walls, some open, some shut. I don't check them. I just keep moving. My feet skid over the carpet as I turn a corner too fast. Another hallway. The same as the last. And at the far end, a figure. Standing still. Too still. I freeze. It doesn't move. Doesn't breathe. Doesn't blink. But I know it's looking at me. I take a step back. It takes a step forward. My stomach clenches. I turn and run. I don't stop. My legs burn. My chest is tight. But the hallway doesn't end. I glance back. The figure is closer. Not running. Just moving. Fast. Too fast. Like it doesn't need to take steps at all. I push myself harder. There's a door ahead. I reach it. Shove through. I slam it behind me. Lock it. Silence. I step back, heart hammering. The door doesn't rattle. Doesn't shake. Like nothing is on the other side. Like there never was. I turn. I'm in a kitchen. Not mine. Not part of the building. A different place. Wooden cabinets. A flickering overhead light. A kitchen table with 2 chairs. Like someone just left. Like someone was waiting for me. My breath comes fast, uneven. I take a slow step forward. Then another. The silence presses against me. I reach the table. A phone sits on it. An old landline. It rings. I don't answer. It rings again. 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 Each time a little louder. A little closer. I reach out. I pick up the receiver. I press it to my ear. Silence. Then, my own voice. Where are you? I drop the phone. The sound echoes, impossibly loud. The light overhead buzzes. I back away. My hands tremble. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know if I'm still me. Something laughs. Not from the phone. From behind me. I turn. The door is open. Not the one I locked. Another one. One that wasn't there before. Darkness yawns beyond it. Something moves inside. Not a shape. Not a person. Just a voice. Speaking with mine. Come closer. I don't. I back away. The darkness shifts. The shape steps forward. Not quite me. Not quite anything. But it's smiling. And in my own voice it whispers. I could be you. The lights flicker. And go out. Darkness swallows everything. Total. Absolute. It's not just the absence of light. It's something else. Something with weight. Something pressing down on my chest, slipping cold fingers around my throat. I don't move. I don't breathe. But I hear it. A voice. Soft. Close. Too close. I could be you. It's not a whisper. It's inside my head. I shut my eyes. Clench my fists. Try to focus. I need to think. I need to wake up. A flicker. Not light. Something deeper. For a second, I think I see myself. But it's not me. A reflection in the dark. Grinning. Eyes hollow. Lips forming words I don't say. Then, A hand reaching toward me. A hand that is mine. I jerk away. The lights snap back on. I'm in the kitchen. The same one. The table. The phone. The door I never walked through. Everything unchanged. Like I never left. Like I was never anywhere else. My hands tremble. My breath is uneven. I look at the phone. The receiver is back in place. I never dropped it. Or maybe I did. Maybe none of this is real. I need to leave. Now. I turn for the door. It's open. The hallway beyond is different. Not the apartment building. Something else. Narrow. Crooked. Like a house half-formed, unfinished. Like a memory trying to make itself real. I step forward. The floor creaks beneath me. The walls breathe. Shifting. Pressing. I don't stop. I can't. I move forward, each step pulling me deeper. The air is heavy. Wet. Like I'm walking into something alive. Then, a voice. Not mine. Not anyone's. Just a sound tangled and wrong. And then I see it. A mirror. At the end of the hallway. No frame. No edges. Just glass. I get closer. My reflection stares back. I stop. It doesn't. It keeps moving. It tilts its head. Mouth opening. Forming words I don't speak. Then, let me in. I step back. My reflection doesn't. It watches. Waits. I can't breathe. I can't think. I turn to run. The hallway is gone. Only the mirror remains. I spin back. My reflection is still there. Still staring. Still smiling. But now, there's something behind it. Not behind me. Behind the other me. Tall. Twisting. Its skin is slick, stretched too tight over a face with no eyes, no features. Just a mouth. Learning. Repeating. Mimicking. It leans close to my reflection. Whispers something I can't hear. And then, my reflection nods. The glass cracks. Hairline fractures. Splintering. Spreading like veins. I take another step back. The air shudders. Something is changing. I feel it in my bones. Like a thread pulling taut. Like something about to snap. The other me presses both hands against the glass. The cracks widen. I shake my head. No. It smiles. The cracks split further. Something is breaking. And I don't know which side I'm on. I turn. The door is behind me again. The hallway restored. I don't think. I just run. I shove through the doorway, into the hall, and slam into something solid. A wall. I hit the floor, gasping. The air is heavy. Thick. Like breathing through water. I push myself up. The hallway stretches ahead, impossibly long. Every door is open. And at the end, a shape. Still. Waiting. Watching. Then, a whisper. My own voice. I could be you. The lights flicker. And go out. The lights vanish. Everything dissolves into darkness. Not just the absence of light, the absence of everything. No walls. No floor. No air in my lungs. Like I've stepped beyond the threshold of reality itself. Like I don't exist anymore. But something else does. I could be you. The voice is everywhere. It doesn't echo. Doesn't bounce off anything. Because there is nothing. Just the voice. And then, the sound of something stepping closer. I try to move. My body is heavy. Like something is holding me down. Or like I'm not fully here. Like I'm caught in between. I don't know if my eyes are open or closed. The darkness doesn't change. But I feel it watching. Studying. Waiting for me to speak. To make a sound. To give it something to take. I press my lips together. I won't let it in. I won't let it be me. A whisper brushes against my ear. Too late. The darkness shifts. Not light. Not shapes. Something else. A pressure, a weight, a sensation I don't have words for. Then, a reflection. Flickering into place like a half-formed thought. Not a mirror. Just me. Standing there. Or something wearing me. It moves before I do. It blinks before I can. It smiles when I don't. And then it speaks. You're the echo. The words hit like a knife to the chest. I shake my head. I can feel my body, my heartbeat, my breath. I am real. I have to be real. The other me watches. Waiting. I open my mouth to say something. It speaks first. That's how I knew I'd won. I go still. My stomach knots. Something is wrong. Something is missing. A memory. A thought. A moment I can't hold on to. Like something was pulled out of me. Like something took my place. I back away. The other me doesn't move. But the darkness behind it does. Shifting. Stirring. Like the space around it isn't empty at all. like something is waiting for me to understand. And then, the other me steps forward. I run, or at least I try, but the space isn't right. The floor isn't there. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I never was. I stumble. The other me follows, not running, just moving, faster than it should, faster than I can. I try to scream. No sound comes out, because my voice isn't mine anymore. It took everything. And now, I am the one on the other side, watching, waiting, a shadow in the dark, a reflection without a source, a voice without a body. And the last thing I hear, before everything fades, is my own voice speaking back at me. I told you, I could be you.